Bitcoin smashed the $100,000 barrier. In fact, it's been above $100,000 for a while now, but it hasn't ripped up to 120 or even higher yet. So is this it? Should we be braced for the big crash? Screw you, bears. Sorry to say, but Bitcoin has always been about the long game. What I'm seeing right now is that we are going way higher. And if you're not seeing this now, open your eyes, man. Obviously, it's not going to happen in a straight line. Nothing ever happens in a straight line, but the destination is still the same as it ever was, up and to the right. Here are the reasons why. First, 21 Capital hasn't even started deploying their cash in any significant way yet. In case you missed it, 21 Capital is the Bitcoin-based financial platform led by Jack Mallers of Strike, with backing from Cantor Fitzgerald and Tether and Bitfinex and SoftBank. It's the third biggest corporate Bitcoin holder after MicroStrategy and Marathon Digital right now, but even though Tether just moved almost $4 billion worth of Bitcoin over to 21 the other day, the platform, man, they haven't even got started yet. It only launched in April. And it's going to take a MicroStrategy approach using corporate debt to hoover up coins and provide maximized Bitcoin exposure to investors. Remember, this is backed by Tether, the most profitable company basically in the world per employee anyway. These guys have 100,000 Bitcoin, 50 tons of gold. They're the real deal. And just like MicroStrategy, 21 is purely Bitcoin focused. But it's not the only MicroStrategy style play out there, as you've also got Vivek Ramaswamy, Strive Asset Management, reportedly planning to acquire around 75,000 Bitcoin through targeting distressed claims, including those connected with companies like Mt. Gox. And it has yet to make any purchases. We have over in Japan, we have Metaplanet. They're buying. They have an insane target now of 210,000 Bitcoin. That's 1% of the supply by 2027. That's an insane amount of buy pressure. The number of companies holding Bitcoin as a treasury asset continues growing all the time. Big names keep announcing. There basically isn't a day that goes by without a company announcing they're going to put $500 million and $1 billion in. GameStop's raised money to buy Bitcoin. It just keeps happening. Multiple firms have announced plans to buy. And most of them have not actually bought yet. That money's still coming. Then you have Trump. Trumpo, man. Trump's media company is buying Bitcoin. You see, the sitting president's media and tech company filed a new S-3 with the SEC detailing a $12 billion stock offering to buy Bitcoin in addition to a $2.44 billion already raised. And while its previous filing only mentioned Bitcoin once, the new submission contains 312 mentions. Also, while we're on the subject of Trump, you'll recall excitement about a possible U.S. Bitcoin strategic reserve. And you're going to be thinking, surely the president of the United States' company couldn't buy Bitcoin to front run his own Bitcoin strategic reserve that he's going to launch. Yes, corruption exists. Deal with it. The reserve's going to take a while to implement, but damn, he's front running it, isn't he? With billions of dollars. It's crazy. The intent appears to be real. Well, at the state level, it's already happening. We have reserve bills enacted in New Hampshire and Arizona. Texas should be coming out anytime in the not so distant future. Okay. Now, before we get into the other stories, the other reasons, it's crazy, man. It's such a big video. Guys, I want to let you know right now, Femex is doing an insane $5 million trading competition, and I want you on my team, okay? Now, Femex is open to everyone, everywhere, worldwide. They're doing $3 million in team prizes, $1.5 million for the best individual traders, and $500,000 for a newcomer challenge. So if you're new to Femex, you can get the newcomer challenge rewards as well. So if you ever thought about stepping up your trading game, trading for real stakes, this is it, man. Trading has already started on June 9th, and it goes through June 30th. You can sign up to my team right now. Join my trading squad using the link right down below. The more active trading you are, the more you win, the more likely it is the big prizes are going to come our way. So if you're serious about trading, you're serious about competing, then join me on Femex today. This is the time, link right down below. Go check it out. Next, let's talk about GameStop. GameStop announced its crypto plans in March and then purchased around $515 million worth of Bitcoin at the end of last month. But before that purchase, at the start of April, the company actually completed a $1.48 billion convertible note offering in order to raise money to buy Bitcoin. So it still has $1 billion that they have not yet deployed. What are you waiting for, guys? The price just keeps going up. Like, you better get that money. And plus, they have cash reserves of over $4 billion that they can also use to buy Bitcoin. So there could be a lot more to come. Switching continents, Europe also in the game here, okay? The blockchain group, which is based out of France, says it's Europe's first Bitcoin treasury company. They announced a 300 million euro ATM type program to accelerate its Bitcoin strategy, and it's voting on a proposal to increase its Bitcoin buying capacity up to 10 billion euros. That's insane. That's a lot of money, man. They recently bought 624 Bitcoin to increase its existing holdings of 1,471 Bitcoin. Obviously, 10 billion euros is going to be a lot of money and move the needle quite a bit for them. Something else to consider here, too, is that MicroStrategy, the Bitcoin of Bitcoin treasury companies, still has yet to really raise awareness of its new preferred stock offering, STRD. This sale has been boosted from the $250 million range up to $1 billion and offers a 10% dividend. That's insane. The intended use of the proceeds include Bitcoin acquisition. Of course, what else is MicroStrategy going to spend their money on? Just buying Bitcoin. So basically, everything I'm highlighting here amounts to insanely huge amounts of buying pressure. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. There's more stories. There's more stuff going on. That's just the beginning. We're not even talking about all the other crazy stuff, man. What about the ETFs? Yeah, let's talk about the ETFs, actually. Look, corporate holders aren't going to panic sell when there's a dip. At least they're not super likely to. Some of them will have fraud and rehypothecation, all that bullshit. But right now, it looks like the treasury trend is only accelerating, and it's going to bring gargantuan sums of money into Bitcoin and altcoins too, by the way. But even away from all that corporate FOMO, there's plenty more bullish Bitcoin indicators. First of all, there's the Bitcoin supply on exchanges recently fell to levels not seen since 2018. At the same time, the spot ETFs swallow up huge amounts of coins. Total assets under management is currently around 136 billion. They've had about $45 billion in total inflows of new money coming into these products. IBIT became the fastest ETF ever to hit $70 billion. Spot trading on centralized exchanges has dropped to levels last seen in October 2020, suggesting that investors are currently in a hodl mode, a positive catalyst for a massive rally. Because where's the Bitcoin going to come from, man? Miners are tapped out, OTC desks are tapped out, supply on exchanges at multi-year lows, and demands at record highs from institutional players. Here's another notable change. Bitcoin's volatility is decreasing even while it makes new highs above $100,000, making it a very interesting asset for anyone allocating with size. Then there are on-chain signals we can check out to find how near we might be to a cycle top. And let me tell you, we're not anywhere near close to a cycle top. Now, look, nothing's 100% reliable. There are no guarantees, obviously, that what happened in previous cycles may or may not be happening again, okay? No crystal balls, and past performance does not equate to future performance. Because guess what? The game has changed. It's a whole different corporate cohort buying Bitcoin right now. It ain't your Uncle Joe, okay? It's Uncle Larry Fink and his big buddies. It's Uncle Michael Saylor and his big balls. These indicators, by the way, some of these have been accurate before, and none of them are remotely signaling anything close to a top right now. Think about stuff like the Pi cycle top indicator, the MVRVZ score, the Nuppel indicator, the golden ratio multiplier. None of this stuff is saying that the top's anywhere even near close for Bitcoin. And with all this corporate money piling in, it's changing the game. There should be a lot higher prices from here on out before we top out for the cycle. Plus, we've got all the usual social indicators running super cool right now. Google searches for Bitcoin mega low. Fear and greed indicator is rising, but certainly not at like extreme mega greed. The Coinbase app's not roaring up the rankings, all of which is suggesting that retail is not paying attention. The key buyers right now are extremely deep-pocketed corporations, ETFs, funds, institutional players, and countries. Now look, in previous cycles, the top's always been marked by insane amounts of manic froth as retail rushes in, and that's going to happen again. And anybody telling you that's not going to happen is not paying attention. So put it all together, and what have we got? There's never been as much bullish news as we're seeing right now at the moment with the ETFs. First, I know there's been something in the comment section, but where is the price not going up faster? Oh, chill out. Have you any idea what the price has done in the last year? It's bonkers, crazy stuff, man. It's crazy. And it's only going to go higher. Doesn't happen overnight. Be patient. See the big picture, the ETFs, the demand from corporations, all this stuff, pro-crypto policies being passed by the world's biggest economy. Guys, Bitcoin's going way higher. And I know sometimes the cycle's been very trying. I've been there. It's been tough, especially for holding a lot of altcoins. That being said, there's still a lot of fuel left in the tank for this cycle and a lot of buying pressure to come. And it seems we don't go a day without a new Bitcoin treasury company announcing. It's only going to get crazier. Thanks for watching.